Hi everyone, it's Taylor. I'm here in Bukit Bintang with my friend Ibby, and he's an artist. And I met him at a party, and I was so impressed with his art that I just had to interview him for you guys. I think you'll love his work too. So Ibby, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Thank you, Taylor. It's my pleasure to meet you. It's nice to meet you too. You are a very beautiful person. I watched a few of Taylor's videos, and I'm so happy to collaborate or to be part of his video. I was from outside of Kuala Lumpur. I'm not originally from Kuala Lumpur, but I've been living here for so many years. I'm not like full-time artist, but this is just a part of my hobby. I enjoy doing art because it gives you more time for yourself and explore my own capability, and then also at the same time contribute to others, especially on how we share the beautiful of the natures of animals, plant and everything. Yeah.
And what part of Malaysia are you from?
I'm originally from Negeri Sembilan. It's a little bit southern from Kuala Lumpur and nearby Malacca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love Malacca. So, Ibby, when did you start doing art?
For my art, actually, I enjoying to do drawing and painting since I was a kid. But of course, we are not have everything. To get a good art supply when I was a kid is not easy.
Yeah.
But I think I have this interest. Okay, not to say talent, because I think it's not about a talent. It's more about passion and training. Yeah. But during when my early times when I was a kid, I don't have this opportunity to do it by myself. Okay, because we have a limitation of art supply. I have a limitation of access because we live far from the city. But when I grow up, I think why not I work on by myself, because this is always my passion, right? So to prove that, I think it's my own responsibility to continue my art if I'm serious with it.
Did you have any formal training in art, or is it all just self-taught?
Okay. It's hard to say whether I'm not fully a formal trained to be an artist. But of course, nowadays we have an access to online classes.
YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. Yeah, have lots. And then I think that we have internet. It's all up to us whether what we want to do, what we want to be. If you want something, we don't have to wait someone to push us or someone to encourage us. We are the one who's supposed to be responsible.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm enjoying this talk so much with you, Ibby, but I wanted to take a break and talk about today's sponsor of this video, Timekettle. As you all know, one of the main reasons I moved to Malaysia was the wide use of English here. I don't speak any other languages. So, when the Timekettle, a company who makes translation products, reached out to me, I jumped at the chance to try one of their amazing products. So they sent me the incredible Fluentalk T1, an instant translator. It does instant translation in 40 languages and 93 accents with 95% accuracy. Except for 8 languages, you need to be connected to data, but the T1 comes with a 2-year data plan for free. After that, you can use it with Wi-Fi or hotspot with your phone, or get a SIM card for it. Very easy. It has a 4-inch screen, and you can take pictures of signs or documents and have instant translation in 36 languages. The first thing I was impressed with was right out of the box, it was super easy to use and figure out. I was able to get it set up and going in under 2 minutes. You just select your native language and the language that you want to translate to, and it has 2 buttons, the green and the red. So you press the green button when you want to talk, and then it translates, and then you press the red button when you want the other person to talk and translate back to you. Couldn't be simpler. Aside from translation, it's a really helpful tool to learn a new language. Let me give you a quick demonstration of English into Malay translation. You just press the button and speak into it. Hi, how are you today?
Hai, apa khabar kamu hari ini?
I'm happy to meet you.
Saya gembira dapat berjumpa dengan awak.
Isn't that great? And so fast, too. I'm really impressed with it. Now I'm going to try it out with my friend Ibby. He's Malaysian, so he'll be able to tell us how accurate it is. Okay, I'm going to practice it with Ibby and see how it works.
Let's see.
When we're finished here today, would you like to go to lunch?
Apabila kita selesai di sini hari ini, adakah anda ingin pergi makan tengah hari?
Sudah tentu. Terima kasih kerana mengajak saya.
Of course. Thank you for inviting me.
Isn't that great? So it's pretty accurate, huh?
It's working, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I think you have to admit that's impressive. I can't wait to use this, not only when I occasionally might need it in Malaysia, but in my travels in Southeast Asia and other places around the world. I have a link in the description box below on how you can purchase it. Now, I really want my viewers to know that I will only introduce or promote a product that I personally recommend and I personally use. And I have to believe in it. That's the main thing. That's why I'm so excited to share with you this Fluentalk T1, an amazing product that I'm sure my viewers can use all over the world. I really hope you'll check it out. Thank you so much.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
So, what mediums do you like to use for your art?
Okay, for a medium, okay, most of the time for me as not professional artist, right, we need to decide which medium that one what we like and the second what we can afford, because the art materials are not cheap, okay,
Right.
so I prefer watercolors, okay, but professional watercolors are a little bit different from the one that we use during the days, okay, because it can cost you a few hundreds ringgit for 12 pieces of watercolor, but this is like a good investment because
Yes. Well, they last a long time, I know from my own
Sure.
experience.
Sure, yeah. And I also use colored pencil, a professional colored pencil, and of course, pencil and charcoal.
Yeah, I've seen some of your charcoal work. It's amazing.
Thank you.
I like colored pencil too. It helps when I use watercolor and colored pencil. I think it helps to get more detail, you know.
Yes, of course, yeah. Sometimes people thought that, if they're using watercolor, they need to finish it in watercolor. Not necessarily, you can explore like with other mediums, right? Yeah, so to make it much more realistic, or if you like it, just go with it.
Right. Do you have any professional goals as an artist, or is it always just going to be a hobby for you?
I try to spend more time with my artist work. Of course, okay, if you have a dream, you want to explore more. Still thinking, how am I going to improve myself? For me, like, okay, there's no end to this, You always want to be better, and you always find other people that inspire you to be as good as them. Okay, but that's the way as an artist, right?
Exactly, yeah. Have you ever had an exhibit of your work?
Not so far. Of course, it will be a dream that come true if you have like a exhibition of your own art. But for me, maybe someday, hopefully, okay, even if I don't have my own exhibition, I'm happy to share my work among my friends, okay, through the social media. Because for me, the most important thing is my work can educate people.
Exactly.
Yeah, no matter whether it's in terms of nature, cultural, okay, or just like sharing a good spirits to make the world a better place to live.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Do your life experiences affect your work?
Yes, okay, because like I said earlier, okay, at the first stage of my drawing journey, right? Okay, most of the time I cannot afford the art materials, and then after that, lacks of knowledge, lack of experience, and then when I get exposed to other artists through YouTube, okay, that's where I learned, I can improve my arts more if I choose the right materials, okay, and then I also take an online course, and then if I meet another artist, I always ask them, okay, if they're willing to share.
Sure.
Yeah.
And how do you measure success as an artist?
Okay, it depends on individual, I think. Okay, for me, for myself, successful should be defined by yourself, okay, not necessarily whether your art being buy by someone else, or is it
Exactly.
expensive or not. Okay, if you are satisfied with your work, and then if you can deliver the message what you try to show through your art, okay, that's supposed to be a success already.
Yes. Well, I was surprised. I've shown some of my art on my channel, and I've been surprised when people want to buy it. And because I've never really sold any of my art. I do it for myself, and I give it away as gifts. I think you do that too. But I still feel successful as an artist because it's just something I want to do, and it makes me happy.
Yeah, I believe that what we try to achieve is when our work make other people happy. Yeah.
Exactly. So, Ibby, are you available to do commission work, or can people buy your art?
It depends. I'm not always available for commission works, but sometimes when I think I can do it, yes, I'm happy to have to get a few commission work. It should be fine.
Well, I'll be able to contact him if anybody's interested. So we were talking earlier about inspirations in art, and I believe you have an artist that's written a book that you've been inspired by.
Thanks, Taylor. Okay, I really want to share about this book. Okay, because when I decided to do more paintings, right? Okay, I thought like, oh, I'm choosing watercolor medium that is so dull and not interesting. And
Really?
then, yeah.
I think it's so hard.
Yes, of course, yeah. And then I watched videos in YouTube, and I found this a very good woman from
Show
UK.
it to the camera.
Yeah, her name is Anna Mason, and she has a very nice way to do watercolor painting. Okay.
Wow.
So since
Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
yeah, since I was like have some like knowledge in watercolors, but she helped me to
Yeah, I
To
can
paint
see
better.
how that inspires your work.
yes. Okay, so I think like, how am I going to contribute to her? So I bought her book.
Book?
Yeah, so I'm happy. So I only can see her through her videos in YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, and look at that.
Wow, that looks so delicious.
Yeah, it's look like eatable.
You should send her an email and tell her that you've promoted her book on YouTube.
Sure, I will. Yeah,
Okay.
of course. Yeah.
Okay, so now I want Ibby to show us some of his work. We've waited long enough because it's really impressive. When I met him at the party and I said, oh, I was an artist, and I showed him some of my work, and he's like, oh, that's good. And then he showed me his, and I was like, oh my God, he's really an artist. And just sort of play around at it. But let's see some of your work. Let's start, is that a charcoal?
Yeah. Okay, this is my charcoal. Actually, this is some of the earliest charcoal that I ever tried, because it can be like, oh, charcoal is so unforgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to erase anything.
Exactly. Yeah, because for me, like, I'm not a full-time artist. All of my materials should be like, I need to use it very careful, because this is expensive materials. This is my drawing of
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Well, he's an American, so I know that.
Yeah. So why I paint Mark Twain? Because he is like a very good figures in writings.
Well, yeah, so he's an interesting person, but he also has an interesting face, too.
Nice to draw. Yeah.
Probably inspired by Anna. You've
Yeah.
done a lot of botanicals, I've noticed. And
Yeah.
let me see some of those, okay?
Yes. So with watercolors, what I try to do is the botanical paintings. A few of my paintings are mostly botanicals, and I try to do more in the future. Okay, so this is the
Rosemary.
Rosemary, yeah.
And is that in
The other one will be basil,
basil? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that colored pencil or
also watercolor.
watercolor? Oh my gosh. It's just amazing.
So for the basil is the painting that I paint first. Okay, so this is the first time I used the professional watercolor. So before I do these paintings, yes, I do some preparation. That's when I do some training, because I'm not going to read the few hundred ringgits watercolor.
So I have to say, this is one of my favorites. I think the one you showed me first was the parrot.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was so impressed with that. But this is incredible. So I hold that up so people can see.
It's like a boxing crab, also known as Mantis Shrimp.
Mantis shrimp. They have those here. People eat those a lot.
Yeah, but this shrimp is quite big, and what I like the most about this shrimp because it's colorful. You can see that the colors just perfect.
And it's really that green color?
Yes, exactly. But it's also have like a different shade of colors. So,
but I guess when you cook it, it turns orange.
oh no, please don't cook it. Okay, so the message is, look how beautiful is the creature, and we should take care of our ocean. Don't throw plastic, so it might kill all of these animals. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, I just love that one. Now this one, is this charcoal too?
Okay, this is the mixed medium with charcoal and pencil. Okay, because charcoal has a blunt tip, so I need to use some colored pencil on it also to make it more details. Yeah. So everybody, I believe, know this person. It's Albert Einstein.
Yes. I think everybody knows him.
For this drawing, it's more like to inspire us to learn more about physical world. Okay, so knowledge is important, entertainment is important, but something about knowledge is always help us with better life quality. Like nowadays we enjoy with internet, with technologies, right? It all comes from all of the scientists. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's amazing. So I recognize this movie star, Audrey Hepburn, and I believe that's probably from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes, exactly. Okay, because I like her face very much because
She was a beautiful woman.
a perfect model for my drawing.
She had
And
the longest neck.
like me. And she inspires my drawing because she's beautiful. Okay, of course sometimes what we try to show in our drawing, it's what's behind of our drawing. Okay, this is not necessarily beautiful, but it's also beautiful in personality, beautiful in what we do. Okay, how we treat others, right? So Audrey Hepburn is one of the most beautiful actresses, I think. Yeah.
Ever. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
yeah, everyone agree with me, I believe, and so that's why we have like a drawing of Audrey Hepburn.
Well, let's show this cute little frog.
Okay.
Is that a tree frog? I don't know.
This is among my earliest attempt with professional colored pencil. Okay. At that time, I thought like, oh, is it worth for me to spend, okay, like 100 ringgit on 12 pieces of colored pencil?
Yeah.
So I tried it with this frog. Okay. It took lots of colored pencil, but I found that it's nice to use the professional colored pencil. So I and then the next one I tried with the shrimp. So the shrimp is the second. This is the first one. So this is the simple frog, but I still like it. And
Yeah, it's beautiful.
yeah, it's also another message where nowadays there are lots of frogs died in wild. Okay, because of many things. Okay, deforestation, disease, and everything. Right. Okay, so there's another message to take care of the nature.
Sure. This last one is a little bit different, and I wanted to I want you to show it because it can show your playful side, and that you can still do something like cartoons, and
Yes.
that looks like it's mixed media too.
You're absolutely right. Okay, this is I call this a fun drawing. Yeah, this is how I distress when I think like, oh, I should find happy things to do with my paintings. So this is what I do. An anime characters from my favorite anime. It's Naruto. So if you're not sure why I do the painting, Naruto is a story of a kid. He's a very ambitious kid who tried to be a leader of his clan, and it took him a very painful journey, but he did in the end. So Naruto should be not only my favorite, it's like everybody's favorite among my friends. So yeah, I think I would like to do more of this painting in the future. Hopefully people will like it.
Yes. And well, I'm sure that would be popular too.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I am really impressed with Ibby's work, and I think you probably are too. So get in touch with me if you're interested in maybe buying a piece. I think I would be hard to give up any of them if they were mine. but you never know, and maybe you could commission something from him. I just hope he goes farther with his art. I really do. And I wanted to thank him so much for inviting me to his home here and letting me do this interview today. It's meant so much to me, and I'm sure to my viewers too.
Yeah, it's my pleasure actually, Taylor. It's nice to meet you from the first time I met you. And then it's my pleasure to share about my works. It's not only about me, myself, it's actually to help others to believe in if they have a dream, okay? Never give up on your dreams, okay?
Well, thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You know I always need more subscribers. And click the notification bell too if you want to be reminded of all my new videos. So I think that's all we have for today, right, Ibby?
Yeah, Taylor, again, hopefully we'll meet again.
So yeah, I'm sure we will. So let's say goodbye. Bye everyone.